while we wait for Monster Hunter Wilds to decide it wants to boot up, how are we doing? How's life treating us? Is everything going well? Love and life? Hmm. 1 second. I'm trash talking a friend of mine. Do 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 do. I'm trying to annoy them right now. Yeah, how are we doing? Compiling shaders. Yep. I don't know why it's not even at the compiling shaders part. It's just at a black screen right now. So it might have froze. If it did froze, sucks to suck. We'll play something else. I don't really know what. I mean, I picked up Peak and Stellar Blades. We could do those. I've just been kind of sitting on those for a little bit. I'm also just trying to get comfy cozy here. Since I'm not in my normal stream setup. Here we go. You're going to hear the mic rattle a little bit. There she goes. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I've done a little bit of work on the art stuff. I haven't really made much progress, though. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be. You know, I am a little disappointed though. I released that new TikTok that I was talking about that I was making. Yeah, it's not doing well. Sedge. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Nah, it's not. I'm also trying to fix the tracking so I can sit back when my keyboard is all the way over there. Because of course it is. There she goes. But, you know. So right now I'm stuck on the eyes. I'm stuck on the eyes on it because, oh yeah, it's compiling shaders. Wow! Why? Why? Only supposed to be after initial launch or a shader update. I've done neither. So, you know, it's really annoying because I want to play the game, but then they do stuff like this. It's like, bruh, this is what I was bitching about last time. Like, they have not optimized the game at all. Like, the launch of this game on PC is an actual, it should be an actual crime. So I'm not, no, we're not dealing with this. No. Come on, I'll tab out. We're playing something else. No, come on, work with me here. There she goes. Yep, just stop it. No, we're doing something else today. What do you think? Peak sound good? I haven't played Peak at all. I know it is more of a co-op game. We could play Night Rain, actually. Night Rain wouldn't be bad. Thing is, I don't want to get frustrated with other players, because, like, Night Rain is such a co-op heavy game, and I'm such a no co-op kind of person. Yeah. All right, let me adjust myself again. It looks like we're doing something else now. Disappointing. But I'm not waiting 30 minutes for the shaders to compile. I'm just not. No. We're not doing that. We'll swap this to what should we even play? Elden Ring, Warframe. I don't even know, to be honest. Let's put that just chatting while we try and figure that out. I don't want to do art right now. Like, I just don't want to do art. You know what I mean? What can we get here? What can we get? Peak, Elden Ring, Ascendant. Path of Exile 2 is updating in a couple of days. Last Epoch is actually supposed to update later today. Unless it hasn't already. 20. Oh, they're releasing it a day late. Wow, that's great. I'm really excited for Path of Exile 2 to update. There's also a game I've been looking at called Titan Quest 2. I'm looking at that as well because I've really started to get into those ARPG kind of games. Which also, really good news. I'm really excited for this, right? So I play Pokemon Go a lot in my off time because, you know, I'm around exploring Japan, doing, you know, Japan stuff. So I've been farming out Shiny Celebi for about 2 years now. Holy crap. I've been farming for Shiny Celebi for like the longest time now. And I'm really excited because right now what I need is the Platinum Johto Medal, which is you catching every single Johtomon. Every single one. I'm 4 away. I'm 4 away from it, dude. I only need, what was it? Raikou, Suicune, Heracross, and Kingdra. I'm working on Kingdra right now. Heracross is fucking impossible, but a lot of people at the college play Pokemon Go, so I might be able to get it that way. And Raikou and Suicune go on raid tomorrow. So I could snatch up those two. Kingdra is just going to be a passive thing, and then all I need to do is find some way to trade Heracross with me. And plus, Heracross is supposed to come back later this year anyways. And I'll have Shiny Celebi! I'm like, I can't wait. And then I'll be working on his Shiny Jirachi. So, yeah. But I'm still excited for it because I've always wanted to get a Shiny Celebi since Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which, do you remember Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? I miss the fuck out of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That used to be my jam. Oh man, way back in the day. I wish they make new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, but it just seems like they won't. I was also looking at Spectrobes earlier, if you ever heard of Spectrobes. I've been getting on a Spectrobes kick recently, because Spectrobes was like peak sci-fi to me. Like, I wonder if I could find, actually. Let me find it. Spectrobes Planets. It was the second game that had like the coolest planet ever, and I thought this thing was so fucking sick. So Spectrobes was kind of a Disney answer to Pokemon way back in the DS1 days. Not Slayso, not the Cryosphere, Bombed, Terra, Dachi, Kenshi, Doldogo. Where is it? Nox! Dude! This was so cool back in the day. Hang on. I'm saving it to download so I could show it on stream so you can see exactly what I'm going on about. But it was like a sci-fi answer to Pokemon way back in the day. And it had the coolest sci-fi planets ever. Like, the planet Nox was so cool to me, because if you look, it is a hollowed out planet, and this is a full planet you can walk on. And it was so cool, because like in one of the last areas of this planet, you would go inside that the bottom part of that sphere, and you could see the overhead of the rest of the planet. I was like, this is so cool! So yeah, it was a sci-fi game. Obviously, no planet like that could ever exist, but it's so cool. You know what I mean? I always thought this was like, oh man, awesome. And what happened in that planet was a sentient ball of all-devouring aliens just kind of right through it. Yeah, it was so fucking cool. I loved it to bits. I think they had so many good areas. It was just such a good sci-fi. I wish they would remake it or something, but I don't think they ever will, because apparently the studio that owned the Spectrobes IP went down, and so did Spectrobes. Also, Spectrobes kind of sort of ended. It kind of ended. It did the whole it's over, but what if? You know what I mean? They teased the final boss not actually dying. So yeah. I loved this thing a bit, so it was such a stupid fucking series. I just loved it. So cool. I miss it. I miss it a lot. But it's been locked on the DS1 and the Wii ever since. Yep. It's what it is. So I don't think we're ever going to see any remakes for them, which is just profoundly disappointing. Because again, they were good games. They weren't great games, but they were good. Like, I remember one thing that always struck me as kind of weird was in the first game, right? The aliens invade. Because of course the aliens invade. And no conventional weaponry can deal real damage to the aliens invading, which is supposed to be your excuse to use the little Pokemons, right? No problem. They had a whole upgrade tree for all of the conventional weapons, and they did nothing. There was 0 point to upgrading any of the weapons. And I thought that was really weird, even though recently. So I'd go back and I look at like game FAQs and stuff to be like, what was the point of upgrading all these? And people would be like, there was no point. There's no reason to build any of it. There's only one weapon, one single weapon that was ever actually worth it. And that was because it would push back the enemies, putting them at optimal range for some of the ranged little Pokemon things. Which I was like, that's so stupid. And it was an early weapon too. So there was never any point to go through the entire upgrade tree. It was literally just there. Just because all of them did 1 damage. A single damage. That was it. I always thought that was like really weird. But like, whatever. I guess we're playing Warframe today. I always thought that was like really weird, but whatever. Fuck it. Oh man, that was always... I missed that game though. It was so... Excuse me, they were so cool. Ah. Alright, Warframe's booting up. Like I said, I'm not waiting for Monster Hunter's fucking shaders to recompile a 7th time or whatever. No. What games are we talking about? Spectrobes. It's an old game. I miss it to bits. I don't even think there might be an emulator for it, but I can't really even play an emulator like that on stream just because of it made a lot of use of the microphone and the touchscreen. It really just didn't work out, you know? Fun games though. Really, yeah, I like them. I like them to bits. SPECTROB. So let's see if we can get a good Archimedia this week. Hopefully we can. I haven't actually checked any of the Archimedias yet, so I've been a little... Well, I think I checked this one, but I haven't done yet. Yeah. We got some good toys this time. We got some good stuff. Such as the Cerberus. If it'll do... No, I don't want that. I want this. Thank you. Cerberus. We got the Cerberus, the Hystrix. The Piranha could also work, but the Hystrix is going to give us more good stuff. We're going to be short a melee weapon because I don't have any of these properly upgraded, which is fine. It's not fun, but it's going to have to be fine. So, I think, yeah. Activating ability, constricted. Max energy is reduced to 75. So that's going to be really crappy for Harrow, but Revenant's going to be chillin' like a villain. So we're going to grab Revenant. Undersupplied, blah, blah, blah. Let me double check, make sure. Oh, yeah, we're going to be fine. We shall. Oh, yeah, we're going to be just fine. Oh, we're chilling. Let's add an efficiency on it, just to be sure. She goes up to 85. I'd like a little bit more efficiency. Just a little bit more. Depolarity. What can we do? The thing with Revenant is you really don't need much on him. You kind of just want ability strength, a little bit more ability strength, and then some more ability strength. He really doesn't want much. 75% of energy gone. Let me do some quick math here. So 600 and what is that? 41. That's 300. Excuse me. 641 times 75% Reno. Oh, we're losing 480. minus 641, negative 160 max max energy. Oh, so we're well within it. We're chilling. So let's check our Severus here. Blast element is going to be our preferred. I'd actually rather have gas for the lingering dot, but a blast is probably going to be better in general, especially when it comes to the Legasite stuff. So let's see now. Enemies drop miasmites upon death that immediately rush. Allies within 4 meters of slain enemies, blah blah blah. Tekra enemies are infused with Pharaon and take damage over time. Let me unlock you. Check you. Undersupplied, transfer distortion restricted. We want those 9 pix chips. Since we're going to be running Revenant, and this one doesn't seem particularly heavy, we're going to grab an extra set of picks. What is this? No, that's not what I wanted at all. Tracker up here. No, it's going to be around here. It's cold. There it is. Healy pix chips. Yeah, so it's... I don't know why I didn't find that. We don't want the cold one, though. The cold one's going to be really annoying. On damage, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. This one. So we want that there. This one is going to be... Legasites are more powerful, but each generation takes longer. Enemies take 95% less damage from non-heavy weapons. They'll drop ammo packs, and call is reduced by 5 seconds. We are still using the flamethrower, so we're going to have to rely on other players for this. This one's going to be the rough one. Hostile Ogros attack if players stop moving. Let's see. The Necromech is probably going to be... Yeah, the Necromech's going to have to be our best. So we'll grab that. And then the last one is Sealed Armor. Enemies take 95% less damage from non-weak point hits. We don't care about that. Enemies have Overguard. We don't care about that. And we don't care about that. So this one we can also blaze through pretty simply. I don't want to take the cold one again because I'm going to be ADS most of this. So what do we want? Enemies have 5% chance to drop health cover. No. Slowly built, no. Chance for no. Oh, weak point kill. We're probably gonna have to go with weak point kills on that one. A tracker appears. We'll tap revive if you're downed. Yep, we'll just grab this one. Call it a day. So yeah, make sure we are on public. Thank you.
Sup, Drifter. Got a set of crisis events
Loaded up. We're set up. We are ready. No, we're not. We actually... Yeah, we'll keep this. We'll keep that. I was experimenting with the Pharaoh Predacite, seeing if I could do any fun shenanigans with it. I've set up a couple fun shenanigans. The problem, though, is we have no external survivability while using the Predacite. So in Revenant's case, that's not really a problem. It's actually kind of a benefit, if anything. But on other Warframes, we lose a lot of survivability. We lose a lot of survivability. Like, you can offload a lot of your survivability off to Sentinels and Robotic Companions. So that's kind of what I've done. We are waiting for other players, by the way, who should hopefully join in soon, unless we've missed the rush. That is one of the annoying things about the Archimedes, is you kind of do need other players, otherwise you start running into trouble. For instance, the second part of this, which we are going to struggle with, we're going to struggle with it quite a lot. So I would like to have players to help us with the DPS race, which is what the Legasites are going to be. I hate Legasite Harvest so much. He's easily the worst. Which is also another benefit to bringing Revenant, because he's able to deal percentile damage
ready for a deep dive into causality?
Enemies. We are on public, right? Yes, we are.
Sup, Drifter. Got a set of crisis events.
Let's see if we can keep doing this until we get players.
Sure
we might just have to go into recruiting chat and see if anyone will join in through there. Not optimal, but, you know, we do what we do. We're trying to get there. We go, okay. Sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes it just doesn't let people join in. It's like, bruh. Oh boy, okay. this, and we are now immortals. But yeah, I really like what's it called, Spectrobes back in the days, because it was just it had such an interesting, it allowed itself to have such an interesting sci-fi premise in a lot of ways. Like, even though there are areas like Planet Nox just could never exist, like never exist, not in the way physics work, right? It was still so interesting. Hello, Hubs, how you doing? It was still so interesting. Like, there was a lot of satellites, a lot of satellite planets that you would go to, not moons, not satellites, satellite planets. There was a lot of those that you would just go to, and they were just, I can't go on me right now. They were just so cool, and I loved them so much, because it was like, bro. Like, I was looking at one satellite moon from the third game while I was looking for Planet Nox. It was just one of the sickest things ever. So cool. The moon in question was a tower in the middle of a sandstorm caused by a orbiting ring surrounding the artificial satellite moon, and it was so cool. And what you had to do is that entire map was a gauntlet set up that you had to work your way through to get to the final boss, which was an actual satellite taken over by the aliens, and a conventional satellite from your home planet that had fallen through a wormhole into this satellite moon thing. It was just so cool. It was really, really campy sci-fi sometimes, but it was still just, it was so cool. It was so sick. I miss Spectrum a lot. I wish more games would come out with that kind of sci-fi aesthetic. Like, that's one thing I wish Warframe would do, is they'd lean a little bit more into some of the campier aspects of sci-fi, which is also what I'm so ready for with the upcoming Tau update, because, where you at, bud? Come here. There he goes. I'm also having trouble kind of seeing, because I'm kind of far away from the monitor. But I can't wait for Warframe to actually try and do some of that stuff with the Tau update. Because, like, when you're in sci-fi, right, there's so much you can do, especially interplanetary and interstellar sci-fi. There's so much you can do. Like, you don't even gotta think about it. You can just do stuff. You know what I mean? You can just do stuff, and no one's gonna care. Like, come on. Like, that, I still feel like that's a big missed opportunity with a lot of Warframe right now. Is, like, the Orokin Void Towers and stuff, they're so grounded in conventional 2D physics. Like, they need to add, like, 3D movement to Warframe more. Like, when they did the Jupiter 2.0 update, they kind of got it almost all right to me, but, like, there's so much you can do. I mean, like, with a movement system like this, there is a lot you can do in regards to verticality, you know what I mean? There's so much you can do with it, and they just don't, like, look at the verticality of this map. Like, make this a parkourable freaking map. I feel like part of the issue is obviously the AI in the game has never been that great. So the AI would probably chug a lot. Boy, he just cannot stay up right now. The AI would probably mega chug while in these 3D maps, but from a player perspective, it could be so just, there's so much you can do, you know what I mean? Okay, so maybe this pet was not the greatest idea. He definitely lacked any and all survivability. I knew that walking in, I just didn't consider it, because he's normally up for longer. So, yeah, that's my bad. But anyway, I really miss Spectrobes. Spectrobes, in my opinion, was really freaking cool. It was so sick. And I miss it a lot. I miss it a lot. I'm kind of sad. A lot of people are never gonna get to play good old Spectrobes. It's disappointing. The story, like I said, was kind of campy. Like, the idea is you are a police officer in training for not Earth when aliens start to invade, and you find a survivor from outside of the solar system, even though no one knew there was life outside of the solar system. So everyone's like, whoa. And like I was saying earlier, no conventional weapons work against these aliens. So the survivor from outside of the solar system shows you not Pokemon, which are the only things that can deal lasting, significant harm to the aliens. And so you go about purging them from the system. La-di-da, happy day, happy slappy. Second game is basically more of the first, but you fall through a portal into another star system, and then from there into other star systems, and then from there you discover a conventional gigantic fucking laser beam that you're going to use to kill them once and for all, and then you do. And then surprise, there's a third game, and you fall through another portal to a really faraway star system with actual human life on it. The other ones have been kind of just desolate and, you know, destroyed this entire time. But you find actual people, and this time you kill the alien hive mind leader once and for all, and then there's a secret cutscene where not really, and then, you know, that was the third game. That was it. It was campy, but it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and I loved it to bits. I really missed them. If I can get a functional emulator, I might just play them on stream, just because, just for the fun memories. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? It could be enjoyable. Yeah. I need to find an actual, you know, emulator though, and then not get my dick turned into a pretzel by Twitch, Amazon, Disney. Oh boy, because Disney owns the IP, but they haven't done anything with it because reasons. It was supposed to be the Pokemon killer way back in the day. Obviously, it didn't, and it never was going to. Like, if you ever see the game, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this was never gonna be the Pokemon killer. But they tried, you know, they put in an effort.
Nobody knows.
And yeah, I respect them. I respect the hustle, right? You gotta respect the hustle. Give them credit where credit is due. They tried. They tried. They failed, but they tried. Why am I taking so much damage to my Revenant skin? That's no bueno. I'm supposed to be invincible right now, sir. What the fuck? That's no fun. But, yeah. Oh yeah, 95% less damage. I'm gonna try and get away with just using the Severus here. See if... Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. No, that's... Ooh, we might actually... Oh, yeah, fuck no, we're not doing that. Yeah, we're stuck with the heavy. We're stuck with the heavy, unfortunately. But yeah, I miss Spectrobes. Spectrobes has a special place in my heart. A very special place in my heart. I miss it. I miss it a lot. Yep. There were some really baffling design decisions too. Like the way you leveled up your Spectrobes was by farming out minerals to, you know, upgrade them, level them up, level their skills and whatnot. That was a whole fucking grind, and it was a bad grind too. There's just so much. I'm sorry, I'm nostalgic for it. I'm really nostalgic for it. Even the baffling design decisions, which were just so baffling sometimes. Like, I remember one of the plot MacGuffins, if I'm recalling this correctly, was a mineral that was basically able to supercharge one Spectral, right, and level it up like 10 times, do a whole bunch of stuff to it. And I'm fairly certain you could actually use it on your Spectrals. And when you did, it would hard lock the game. You could no longer progress the story. At least I think that's what happened. I don't know why I remember that. It doesn't seem like a thing you'd be able to do. But yeah, something like that would happen. It was just raw. And it had an issue. It was kind of a product of its time too, where it had a lot of one-time use kind of mega items like rare candies and stuff, except so much rarer and so much more important, and you just could not use them. Yeah, it was a strange game. is about what I'm saying. It's been so long since I played it too. Because I haven't turned on my DS in like forever. I turned it on actually before I left for Japan just to see if it still worked, and it was still at like 90% battery, which blew my mind. Absolutely. Like, huh? It was incredible. I was like, wow, this still works. Amazing. But digression. They were good games though. The first one was obviously pretty chunky. The second one fixed, in my opinion, a lot of the combat issues with the first one. Because again, the first one had an entire upgrade tree for your weapons and everything. It just didn't do anything. The second game streamlined that by making it so your character didn't play at all. It was just straight up Pokemon at that point. Except instead of being turn-based, it was just kind of not quite a brawler or anything, but you know, a beat 'em up, a smash up. You would actually play as the Spectrum and use their moves, which was a bit more reasonable. IMO. And so you didn't have to worry about your crappy little upgrade tree, which was nice. And the weapons actually did have a purpose, because if you used them on an enemy before the actual fight started, you would get like a little buff or something. And you could change the buff based on the weapon or something, I don't really remember. And then in the third game, this time, your weapons actually did stuff. And a big part of the game was getting different Spectro-themed weapons that you could use to beat up the enemies that had their own movesets and stuff. It was pretty sick. It was good times. I don't think it's I wonder if it's possible to emulate the third one on the Wii. And they also did the whole Pokemon thing where you could move your Spectros between games and stuff. It was just so fun. I miss it. I miss those games so much. They were good fun. Mostly the planets, because like the environmental design was pretty good. Like, not the maps themselves, but like the skyboxes and stuff. The skyboxes were pretty slappy. Where did you go? There you are. Hello, Pika. The environmental design was what really got my goat. Just the overall sci-fi aspect of it. I still remember too, oh yeah, one of my favorite memories. In the first one, on the second planet or something, which was a gas giant or something, you could actually go on the surface, and the surface was a desert environment, constantly, what's it called? In the middle of a constant sandstorm just all the time, right? And I loved it. It was so fucking cool. Because there was a pyramid from the ancient civilization just randomly on this planet, and everyone was always like, how did these guys get here? These guys were just Egyptian. Basically Egyptian, right? Sci-fi Egyptian. They're not supposed to be off this planet. What the hell? And it was a big mystery why they had a pyramid there for like a big chunk of the story, until you get towards the end of the story and you need to go to the farthest planet in the solar system, and your ship just doesn't have the fuel for that. And it's revealed that this pyramid on the second planet of the game is actually an ancient interplanetary spaceship with enough fuel to take you all the way to the final planet and back, no problem. I was like, yo, that's so cool! And it had a whole cutscene for you bringing the pyramid out of the sand, turning it on, and it goes off in the orbit and stuff. I was like, dude, it was amazing. I should look it up. I should find that cutscene just so you guys can see the sheer camp. And it's so good. I missed
Each
it.
new generation.
We're talking about an old game called Spectros. And also, hello, how you doing? I miss that game. I miss that game a lot. Excuse me. I missed that game a lot. That ship was so fucking cool. It had no right to be that cool. What are you talking about? I just told you, a game called Spectros. And a part of the game where you realize the ancient Egyptian pyramid hiding in the middle of a gas giant was actually an interplanetary spaceship this entire time. So cool. It was awesome. They had no right to be, to be as cool as they were. It was awesome. And I remember in the second game, they ended up reverse engineering the super ancient pyramid ship into just general upgrades for their entire fleet of spaceships. So now every ship could just go to the farthest planet in the solar system, which was also an artificial artificial satellite. So cool. And I remember a big part of that game was actually updating and retrofitting your ship to do like a Kingdom Hearts gummy ship fucking on-rail shooter thing. Kinda not great, but it was still kinda cool. Ah, the nostalgia. So good. I miss Spectrobes a lot. I miss that game. I miss those games a lot. They were really fun. The stream keeps buffering, so you keep getting cut off. That's great. I'm talking about a game called Spectrobes, a PS1 to Wii era series of video game. Where is the freaking Legacy? There is a DS1 to Wii series that was supposed to be the Pokemon killer. That was never really going to be if you were ever paying attention to the games, but you know, they were still cool as fuck. They were still just so cool. I'm just kind of gassing on about them. I miss those games like a ton. They were really cool in my opinion, way back in the day. They may not have been, you know, the best games in the world, but I always thought they were pretty sick. You know? Are we summoned? Yes, I can! Fabulous. Come here, Legacy. Come here. Let me rip your legs off. Come on, there he is. Hi, friend. We can also check. Here in a second. Okay, the stream is not buffering up my end, so that's just gonna. I'm actually. I'm not even talking right now.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
those poor Legacytes are like
So,
data
yeah.
pinatas. I
But
know
the
what
games were just so. I wish more sci-fi games would do stuff like that. And just kind of have fun with some of the campier aspects of sci-fi. Like, Warframe's been on that grind a little bit. I still feel like they should lean into certain aspects. It might be an issue with the Twitch servers. Maybe. Twitch has gotten crappier and crappier lately. Shame there's no real alternative. It is what it is, though. But yeah, if I can find a functional way to play the games on PC, I might just because I loved those games a lot as a kid. They were so cool. I've never actually finished the third one. I've gotten close. I got to the second to last final boss, but then I never ended up finishing it because,
Take
you
out
know,
a whole lot of
reasons.
Tetra. I need the hive mind all worked up.
I think the reason why was because I got frustrated. Yeah, that's right. Because the second to last final boss of Spectrobes 3 was a massive, and I do mean massive difficulty shift. And the game's always had a bit of an issue of difficulty spikes, so I kind of just got frustrated. And also at that point in life, I was a bit older and starting to get into PC games. Yeah. So I just kind of fell off, unfortunately. There's a DS emulator, but under nerve circumstances, can you play it on stream? Like, oh, I would never think of doing Desmu, I think. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it later. Because I'd love to see how they held up. I don't think they hold up very well. Because I remember replaying the first one to prepare for the third one way back in the day, and I was like, holy crap, this did not age well at all. But still. It's a shame too, because I wish more people would have gotten to enjoy those games back in the day, but it just never took off, you know what I mean? Anyways, if you did want to raw dog DS for you capture, you need to go through hell. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I don't even have my DS here with me. No. Don't you worry, I would never use an emulator. Wonk. Wink wonk. Don't you worry. Plus, there's just a chance that I'm not going to be able to get them on stream anyways. Also, I might get copyright anyways, because the game's in a bit of a weird circumstance right now. A part of the reason why there's been no sequels ever since the third one not just for lack of interest, but it was because the studio that owned the IP went under and got bought out by Disney. So Disney owns the IP now, but they just don't do anything with it.
Just
So Disney,
The last thing I swear.
Disney might get in their fees a little bit, but neither here nor there. I'll take a look at it later. If I can play it on stream, I will most certainly try to. But yeah. Yep. And like I showed earlier, the planet Nox is still objectively one of the coolest planets ever, in my opinion, because it was a highly advanced civilization, now completely abandoned because, you know, the aliens invaded and killed all the people, with a gigantic hole just scooped right out of the entire freaking planet. And one of the areas, again, is you standing inside the scoop, looking up and seeing the other side of the planet. I was like, yo, that's amazing. I wish planets like that could exist in real life. It'd be so cool. It's also why I'm excited for Tau, because I really want them to start doing stuff like that with the Tau update. Like, what's it called? Because Tau in Warframe is supposed to be a binary star. Dude, nobody ever makes use of the binary star. Like, no sci-fi media ever does anything interesting. No, it's like, it's a blue star, it's orange, ooh, instead of our yellow-orange star. Wow, dude, give me binary stars. Give me binary stars, give me binary planets. Do stuff. You can do some interesting stuff just because a magneton star, granted in real life, if a magneton star exists, because we don't know if they actually do, a magneton, you would not be able to go within light years of a magneton star. But let me go within light years of one anyways, because why not? It'd be so cool. Bruh. Also, the reason why you can't go within light years of a magneton star is because a magneton star is theoretically so violently magnetic that if you came within about 3,000 light years of one, it would just rip all the iron right out of your body. And also, they're like super radioactive. Like, you're dead. No. No. You're not going anywhere near one if they exist.
Hey, Paradox.
Like, just point blank period. But they're still so cool. Alright, did we get... we're missing one sticker. Is this a new sticker? I don't think so. There's one sticker we have yet to get our hands
Cute
on.
things with ominous implications.
And it is so
Relatable.
annoying. I want this just because I like decorations. We're gonna grab Arcane Hotshot again. And we're just grinding that out. I don't think I'm ever gonna sell Arcane Hotshot just because it's actually useful on a handful of Warframes.
I'll be here.
Okay, dope. I'm here. Let me put it up in the background. Let me. Do. There we go. I'm just gonna leave that in my background for now. So next thing we're gonna do is let's take a look at Deep Archimedia. See if Deep Archimedia has anything for us this week. But yeah, which reminds me, is there a Dog Days alert? No, they only popped up 2? Yeah, they only popped up 2. What the fuck? Anyway. Do. So yeah, I just really liked those games as a kid. They were really fun. It also reminds me of Fossil Fighters, which was also supposed to be another Pokemon killer. Didn't go anywhere. Those games were kind of cringe. But they were okay, you know. I respect what they were trying to be. Alchemy, Mirror Defense, Barf, Excalibur, these are all good frames. Bad Weapon, ooh, OcuCore, baby, let's go. Untreatable Frame Curse, Dual Blades, Gear Embargo. And the Karudo. So what we can do here is we can grab Octavia. We'll grab Octavia. We'll grab the Ambassador, see if I can get it leveled up. Akicore Mape. You, and then we're also just gonna be taking a bit of a dumper on, well, we don't need the last 50 Vosper. So we can do the old-fashioned, replace one with another. Alchemy, mirror defense is gonna be the problem. Mirror defense is gonna be the problem. So enemy health slowly regenerates. So instead of Octavia, we could bring something else. Because the weapons aren't bad. And we could bring a support frame to do support shenanigans with. Do we want to bring Wisp or somebody else? I kind of want to bring Wisp. Like, Wisp is generally the quintessential, you know, support frame. Yeah, we'll bring Wisp. So we bring Wispy Boo, we max this out, because of course we're going to. Yeah. And I don't think anyone's going to expect anything more out of us. We also need to swap out the Predacite, that's right, we need to swap out for Worm here, so we have, we're a bit more defensively chunky. And it should be good to go. Yep. I'm trying to remember some more of the old DS era games. I just loved a bit. I can't really remember Lock's Quest. I actually have Lock's Quest for the PC. I got it on sale for like $2. Apparently it's a massively shitty port, but I wanted it anyways. I got Lock's Quest for PC. What else is there? Obviously the Pokemon games, but I have those for Wii. And I also do have my capture card. I just haven't used it at all. I haven't really, you know, felt the need to. Oh, let me think though. I'm trying to cook up some stuff here. Been a while. Obviously Fossil Fighters, like I said. I had more than a couple games back then. I just don't really remember them all anymore. Oh boy. Way back in the day. I remember a lot of them could be worth like an actual good clip of cash now too. Come on, lasers face off. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing one of these today. That. I'm still trying. It's just been so long. You know what I mean? Guys. What else was there? Boy, we are doing no damage with the Akicore today. Looks like we're just gonna be the guy doing the objective, I guess. Which is fine. You can't really expect much out of a Wisp player anyways. Look at that. Ooh. I just can't remember for the life of me. Like, after a while, I did start to lean into console. That's right, I started to lean into console games after a while. Because Mama Brandier got me a PlayStation 3, which I played the absolute hell out of. Not like the absolute hell, not like I did with the Game Boy and the DS. I remember I played my Game Boy and my DS, both of them, so much that the buttons actually wore out and we had to buy new bumper pads and a new DS stick thing in order for me to play them more, because the buttons got that worn out. Like, they just straight up stopped working. Like, the D-pad and the left shoulder button completely stopped working after a while, so we had to get new ones and send them in for repairs and stuff. Ah, man. Mario. There was the Mario DS games, dude. And crap, what was it called? They're not the traditional Mario games. They were the Mario Bros. Ones. I can't remember, the turn-based ones. They were the turn-based ones. Dude, I beat, I think it was the Game Boy one way back in the day, but I never beat. I also beat the Back in Time one. I missed that one. I want to play that one again. I want to play the Back in Time one again. I want to play the Game Boy one just because I miss those games. You know what I mean? If I could get, I might just start going after the DS emulator just so I could play some of those games in my off time again. It would be so fucking cool. I miss those games a lot. They were my childhood. They weren't even in the way. They were just straight up my childhood. I miss those games. It also reminds me that I've never actually beaten a single Legend of Zelda video game before. I have never beaten any of them. And I've talked about it on stream before, and I've made the commitment to be like, yeah, I'm going to go through Breath of the Wild, I'm going to go through Tears of the Kingdom, I'm going to beat my first Zelda game, and I just never did. Yeah. I do have my Switch with me, and I have the capture card. So we could. That's an awesome. Hello, Ike. How you doing? Remember, we're reminiscing. That's right. We're reminiscing about the old days, the old video games way back in the day. You ever heard of Spectrobes at all? No one else here has heard of Spectrobes except for me, and it's making me sad. Not the. You already thought the Hydra Command. Oh. Okay, the lid is not lidding. There we go. Okay, we're off. We're off. But yeah. I'm getting the nostalgia now. I'm remembering all those little fun, stupid little games. That I used to play way back when. Anyway, since we can't really do damage because we're playing Wisp, and it's kind of firing my OcuCore faster than the OcuCore is really meant to be fired, we're just gonna kind of go. I mean, we can do a little bit. Only a little bit though, and then we immediately basically reload again. What else was there? There was Lock's Quest, like I said, the Mystery Dungeon games, which were just peak as they were just so peak. If you weren't a Mystery Dungeon fan, what was wrong with you? Oh, Pokemon Ranger? Dude, Pokemon Ranger. I'm still so proud of this, right? I 100%ed Pokemon Ranger back in the day. I 100%ed it, and I even got the Manaphy egg, and I got a shiny Manaphy. I still have that shiny Manaphy to this day. I'm really proud of that one. I'm like, yo! I got the shiny Manaphy. Shame they haven't released more Pokemon Ranger games. They were fun in their own way. In their own way, I see why they didn't make more of them, but you know, they had their space. They had their space, in my opinion. It's definitely sad they didn't do more of it. I wish they'd do more actual Pokemon spin-offs like Mystery Dungeon, Ranger, and stuff. It's really disappointing that they experimented with them and they just kind of done nothing with them after all these years. You know what I mean? Wish they wouldn't do that. Like, I see they keep releasing new games and experiences on like Android. I mean, on mobile games, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's not the same. Like, I know they released a new puzzle game recently, like, oh, wow, a puzzle game. Thanks, guys. Where you make plushies with materials you get from the puzzles. Like, it's okay, but it's not Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. You know what I mean? It's not, what's it called? It's not Pokemon Ring. No, it's just not the same. Not the same. It's so just. Me and my neighbor stopping around again. I'm kind of self-conscious. I'm like, oh, you can do that right now to me. Am I bothering them? Am I proud? Like, I told them to give me an apartment with thicker walls because I'd be doing classes online and stuff. I didn't want to bother my neighbors. I didn't tell them that I was going to be live streaming. I was going to be really, really loud. So, hopefully they won't mind too much. Yeah, I also remember Big Brain Academy. I hated Big Brain Academy so much because the first time I played, they said I had an underdeveloped cortex and I needed to eat a grain of salt a day to raise my IQ, and I was like, fuck this. I hate it. I still hate it to this day, dude. I remember it became actually kind of big a little while ago because they released Big Brain Academy for like the Switch or something. Yeah, I didn't even try. I was like, fuck that. Nope. 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 I mean, I love those guys playing the objective all the way over there. I did say I was going to be doing the objective though, so I'm not gonna whinge too much, unfortunately. What else? I'm just trying to remember them all. I remember. Oh yeah, there was also on the Wii. If you guys remember, do you remember that? What was it called? The Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Rumble or something, where you play with the little wind-up toys. Dude, that was so cool. Never beat that one either. I never beat a lot of them. I never did end up beating a lot of the games I played. Womp womp. Oh no. Love Pokemon Rumble, dude. I saw those games. Did you ever play Mystery Dungeon at all? Tell me you were a Mystery Dungeon kid, at least a little bit. Come on, give me Mystery Dungeon. Nobody's ever played Mystery Dungeon anymore, and it makes me sad. I miss it. I miss it a lot. Boy, I can't. Oh, Jesus, there. I can't remember like any of the games I played on DS anymore. And it makes me really sad. Like I remember Spectrobes, I remember Pokemon, but I had other games. I just don't remember them. It's like, bruh. I mean, I played Monster Hunter for the 3DS when it came out, but it was, you know, it's Monster Hunter. Like, what do you expect? Never got the chance to play Mystery Dungeon. Damn, that's disappointing. Those games slapped. They were awesome. I miss them. They had their weird spots, but they were good as fuck. I still recommend them. I know they did a remake of the original, and they did a remake of the original. It's on Switch, so you still can. It still holds up. I think the second game in the series was way better, which is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, Time, and Sky. If you end up trying them, do Sky. Sky is to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon that Emerald was to Ruby and Sapphire, if you catch my meaning. It's an expanded variant. It's the expansion pack, basically. I never did try Sky, because at that point I'd kind of burnt out of the games. But, you know. Still love the bits. I have Mystery Dungeon Original for the Switch as well. I just haven't played it all. I kind of want to get a Switch 2 now that I think about it. I'm still just kind of like about the whole remote deactivation thing. You know what I mean? Like, apparently remote deactivation has been a thing for like a really, really, really long time. Like, a lot longer than most people realized. Just the Switch 2 is the first time it's ever really been used at all. I'm just kind of anxious about it because I don't like the idea of me buying a used game or not using it for a while and then it's self-deleting itself because it felt a voltage fuck up or something. You know what I mean? I also really don't like how the the games aren't kept on the cartridge anymore. You know what I mean? I just think it's kind of gross. Like, I get it. Just download the game, dude. It's like, bruh, why do I need to download it? You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's one of those kind of yuck things. You feel me? It's one of those yuck things they've been doing lately where they just try and dictate the way you enjoy games and whatnot. I never vibe with that. That's never been a vibe for me. But you're gonna have to pick up eventually. I just want to. Oh, it's a leech checklist. That's why I'm standing in the damage puddle. Maximus. Damage puddle heals it. Alright. La-di-dee. La-di-doo. What was I saying though? You gotta pick up you basically gotta pick the Switch 2 up eventually. I want to wait until they're a bit more robust, because, you know, the initial release of a console is normally kind of trash. I'm debating on, what's it called? I'm debating on picking it up for the new Pokemon games coming out here soon. Because I'm really excited for those, because I love Pokemon. I didn't really like Scarlet and Violet too much. I like what they were trying to do. Right? I like what they were trying to do with the narrative aspects. I like that they were trying to, you know, include a story into the games. Didn't really enjoy the story that much. I only really like the Titan part, you know, with the dying dog. I really like that part. That part was fun. I enjoyed the fuck out of that. That was actually pretty good. It was pretty good for a Pokemon game, I should say. It was pretty mid overall, but for, you know, for a Pokemon game, it wasn't that bad. For a mainline Pokemon game, Mystery Dungeon. Oh man. But for a mainline Pokemon game, you know, they tried. They put in. There's definitely effort. I did like the plot twist that the professors were dead the entire time. That was pretty sick nasty. That was awesome and uncalled for. I loved it. It's so good. But like the star dudes, you know, the delinquent kids, didn't like them. Nintendo games at the moment cost them as an Xbox Game Pass for a whole year. Yeah, there is that. They're kind of obnoxiously expensive. My viewpoint is, unfortunately, this will come to pass. So, yeah, it's not great, but I'm pretty sure we're kind of just stuck with stupid, expensive Nintendo games. Like, Nintendo games are the only games, secondhand games, that appreciate in value. Like, I could sell my Nintendo DS and Game Boy games for more than we bought them. That's not even an exaggeration. So, unfortunately, that ship is probably sailed, I'm afraid. We might just be stuck with more expensive Nintendo games for fucking ever now. So, not grand. And I know people are just waiting for the Switch 2 to get cracked. The double problem, though, is the Switch hasn't even been cracked yet, unfortunately. So, yeah. We might be a little fucked, and by a little I do mean a lot. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, I wish we could just boycott them and it would work, but it's not. It's not going to work. It's Nintendo, man. They're literally the Disney of video games. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm debating on picking up the Switch 2 for the upcoming Pokemon game, but the upcoming Pokemon is also supposed to be released on the Switch base. So it's not like it's necessary, but I have the feeling the next Pokemon game is absolutely going to be on the Switch 2 only. Nintendo is still going through the lawsuit done by Brazil itself. I'm expecting that's going to be a Brazil-only solution. Like, I know this is going to sound crazy, but kind of like what's happened with the European Union. Like, you know the self-delete feature on the Switch 2, right? How it can just brick itself if it feels like it wants to. The European Switch 2s can't do that because a European lawsuit a couple of years ago made that, you know, not a thing. However, every other console and every other Switch 2 going everywhere else can still brick itself. So I feel like whatever resolution Brazil cooks up is going to be a Brazil-only solution. And with the way the US is right now, I don't think any US Switches are going to be, you know, nice and slappy. And you can't even just buy a European or a Brazilian version because they region lock all their crap, and because I'm on American accounts, because I'm American, yeah, get wrecked, man. I'm just like, bruh, this sucks. So unfortunately, if you want to play Nintendo games, you might just have to bend over and take it. Just a sad state of affairs we're living in. Sad state of affairs. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So you might as well get comfortable with our new normal. Oh, stretch. And what makes it even more disappointing is, like, every other Nintendo console normally shits the bed, right? Normally they just absolutely shit the bed. The GameCube shit the bed. The Wii, absolute mother sucker. The Wii U shit the bed. The Nintendo Switch, absolute banger. it seems like the Switch 2, I believe the Switch 2 is currently their best-selling console ever. So I don't foresee things changing at all, unfortunately. I actually foresee them getting worse. Which, to make things even worse, I sometimes talk about investments, right? Because I do like investing and stuff. My Nintendo investments have never been better since the Switch 2 released. So not only is this our new normal, I'm expecting it to get a lot worse because the other investors are just absolutely raving right now. They are just over the moon. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's kind of weird to me too, because while I've been running around Japan, because I'm currently in Tokyo, while I've been running around Japan, I see a lot of people playing Nintendo DS originals. I've seen a couple people playing Game Boy, not Colors, the original Game Boy. I've been seeing people play a lot of the old Nintendo games. I've not really seen, the only people I've seen using a Switch at all are foreigners. So I'm shocked at how well the old Nintendo stuff is still doing to this day. Like, I'll be going around Akihabara and Shibuya and stuff and looking at secondhand stores just because. I'll be finding Nintendo swag from forever ago. I found a original Pokemon Ruby with pre-order bonus, still original packaging, in Akihabara for like, I think it was like $200. Still there. I checked it. I'm actually going to Aki tomorrow for the to get the Suicune and Raikou stuff. I'm planning on going tomorrow. I'll probably go check and see if that stuff is still lying around, and I'm almost certain it's going to be. I'm fairly confident in that, actually. So it's really surprising to me how well Nintendo stuff holds up over the years. Like, I don't understand. They appreciate in value. I know it's because, like, oh, they're good games, and, they're good quality, and blah, 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 blah. That still doesn't really explain it, I mean? It's really weird. Like, I know Nintendo is super draconian with their copyright law. Like, that dude who was making Nintendo Switch hacks and stuff that is, like, $1 million in debt right now. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, even being that kind of draconian with your IP shouldn't see what's happening. So I really don't understand it. I don't know. And I feel like they might be too big to fail right now, which is honestly that's a term I hate. I hate the term too big to fail. I hate it. It's such a crappy term. But it might actually apply in Nintendo's case because they're just so unbelievably large now. They're literally Japanese Disney. They own, 2 of the top 5 and 5 of the top 20 most grossing IPs, point blank period. So I just don't think Nintendo's going anywhere for a while. They got Mario, they got Pokemon, they got Zelda, they got Metroid. What was the last one? They got Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, Metroid. There's 5 of them. There's 5. Oh, Kirby. That's right, Kirby. I want to play Kirby too. Yeah. I miss Kirby and the Magic Mirror? I miss Kirby and the Magic Mirror. I had that as a kid. I'm still mad about this. I had Kirby and Magic Mirror as a kid, and I played it to absolute hell and back. 100%ing the game in less than 2 hours, levels of hell and back. I had that thing memorized like the back of my hand, and I was so bored with it. I traded it to another kid for a copy of Legend of Zelda and the 4 Swords or something, and I never ended up beating 4 Swords, and I lost my copy too. I'm still so mad because I miss Magic Mirror as well. I want to play it again. I'd love to play it again. I still have my Game Boy back at home too. Back in Mama Brander's. I still have it. It still works too. Blows my mind. Like, I'll give Nintendo's hardware a free pass on that appreciation thing. Those things, they hold up. they hold the fuck up, because I beat the fuck out of that Game Boy as a kid. I ruined that thing. And it still works. It still holds up. My original DS still works. My 3DS, like I told you guys, I haven't played that thing in forever. And it was still at like 70% charge or something. It was still ready to go. I don't understand it. Like, say what you want about Nintendo. Their hardware works when they want it to work. And then looking at, you know, the Switch 2 right now. Everything else, though, when it works, it works. Oh, and Joy-Con drift. That one's, but, you know, here and there. Which I'll be more open to a Switch 2 if my Switch, if my Pro Controller works with it, which it should. I really like the Pro Controller. The Pro Controller is actually pretty solid. They fit my hands really well. They seem like they work pretty well. I don't have drift on either of my Pro Controllers. I like them a lot. They're pretty snazzy. Pretty nice. Pretty not bad. Yeah. I got a limited edition Breath of Tears of the Kingdom one and Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah. Yep.
Construct. Are you
Good
alright?
times. Good times. I just wish they wouldn't be so. I wish the self-destroying feature wasn't there. Like, that's the big L for me on the Switch 2, you know what I mean? I just don't like that. And obviously I wish the games were cheaper. Like, everybody wishes the games were cheaper. The world's just not in a good place right now, unfortunately. Makes me anxious. Ooh, really duplicate. Excuse me. There we go. I got a full melee duplicate. I was actually researching builds I could stick it in earlier, but I just don't think I can. I kind of want to sell it, but I also just want to have it on hand. There. I just want to have it on hand just so I can have, you know, a melee duplicate sitting around in case it ever becomes, like, actually good. But 200 platinum is 200 platinum, you know what I mean? 200 platinum is 200 platinum. That's a lot of platinum. And I've been spending a lot of platinum on stuff recently. Also, when Tau comes out, you know I'm going to be spending platinum on it. Absolutely. Mainframe. I kind of juggle, but if I had to pick my two, it'd be Valkyr pre-rework, by the way. My most used frame, by the way. I'm proving this. I'm proving it. You can see it now. My most used frame is Valkyr. I have more than 4,000 hours, so, you know, there you go. Valkyr, Gyre, sometimes Garuda. Garuda is really underrated. How's 100% coming in parts? Oh, I know, but I'm going to spend platinum on it because, yeah. I cannot wait. I love it. And obviously I do have Valkyr Heirloom because why on earth wouldn't I? Love it. AcuCore, most used pistol because I don't have to aim with it. Simple as that. I like things where I don't have to play the video game, which sounds kind of weird, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm messing around with pets lately because I don't want to play the game. I got my Pharaoh thing here doing good work for me. He just doesn't have any survivability whatsoever. He has zero. None. This thing dies all the time. But when it's not dying, it's pretty slappy. It's pretty not bad. Yeah. My mains are Nidus Excalibur, Umbros, Dianax, Harrow, Gauss Prime. I feel like that's too many to call any of them a main, in my opinion. Try narrowing it down to 3. Give me a top 3. What's your top 3 there, cousin? Let's do Maru real fast, too. I've been saving up an obnoxious amount of Endo because I want to sell it for platinum, but I've kind of reached a weird little spot where I have so many Endo statues that nobody wants to buy them all. Nidus, Excalibur, and Gauss. Bad, not bad. I've been playing this game forever. I would have Excalibur Prime had I had the money back in the day.
Hey,
But I might have been a bit too young to be playing Warframe back then. Womp womp. No, I want to go to the price first. Go get some swag.
Okay.
So Nidus might as well be your main. There you go. Valkyrie might as well be my main, because Valkyrie base is my most used frame, and I've been 4,000 hours in this game is too many hours.
Here we go. Let's find some
way too many. I'm kind of wondering what kind of modular shenanigans they're gonna add in with Tau. I'm hoping for modular more. I just love modular stuff. I'm waiting on that because you know they normally add a modular something every big update into Warframe. So I'm hoping for more module. I'm hoping for more kick gun and saw parts, or just pets in general. I'm thinking they might add a sentient pet, but we'll see. We'll see. It might be a bit. Oh, and Araxia. I really like Araxia right now. Araxia is actually like really nice. I really like it a lot. 23% usage. Nice. Modular Necromech. They might actually add in modular Archwings finally.
Well, this should be
They might do that, but I thought they put that on the back burner, so maybe not. I wouldn't mind modular Necromechs too much if they added more use cases for them and upgraded arch guns and arch melees too, so they were actually usable. I wouldn't be mad about that. But it definitely wouldn't be my number one, just because of how few use cases there are for them. But I'd still take that. Pablo confirmed modular Archwings are not going to get added. Okay, fair enough. There goes that dream. There we go. That's a shame. I was actually looking forward to those. Womp womp. Womp 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 womp. That's... What else? I'm just hoping for more Zaw and kick on parts, really. Those are the things I really want. Yeah. MOA likes sentient pets. I wish MOAs would get an upgrade, because MOAs have the potential to be, like, actually useful and good and not crappy. They just need some numbers tweaking. Like, the pet refresh really killed nearly every use case for MOAs. You know what I mean? Because, like, their biggest issue... They have a lot. No. Ah!
A few shards of Seriglass, a
I need to
hammer,
hit that.
and 5
MOAs need love, they need a lot of love. Like, they were a niche use case before the pet rework, and now there's just, like, a none. The MOAs are still strong. The problem is they're generalists, but they're so spread out, and because of the rework, they're not even good generalists anymore, because all the other pets are generalists now, too. What? Should crash? Uh-oh. Hang on. Checking things. Alright, looks like we're good. Uh-oh. Is it working?
The Prime Vanguard,
Okie dokie, there we go. I'm waiting for Zephyr to come out because I want to get the Commodore Prime stuff because I've always wanted to get that. And I didn't get it last time because I pushed out like a bitch. So I'm looking forward. Oh, we're lagging again. I'm looking forward to that coming back. I'm looking forward to that.
in your own time.
Yep. I've kind of been collecting all the Prime accesses since I've started having disposable income. Not sorry. Hard Engage and Reinforced Bond. I thought Hard Engage really wasn't that good. And I thought the other issue of MOAs is if you got the emotion matrices, it actually lowered their DPS because they would spend a lot of time doing stupid emotes instead of actually doing stuff. Like, I feel like MOAs, they just kind of need a general buff. Maybe a few actually good weapons. You know, not the only 2 good weapons that Sentinels have. And just a quick refresh, you know what I mean? A few more precepts, like if they're going to be generalist, I don't mind if they're generalist, but they need more to, you know, they need more to generalize with, you know what I mean? Like here, can I bring up MOA stuff? I don't have all the MOA stuff, but like Whiplash Mine, Nautilus is better. Blast Shield leaves enemies dealing damage, blah blah blah. The Kubros are better. Shockwave Actuators knocking down enemies. The Worm Prime is better. Stasis Field creates a stasis field 30 seconds while inside the field. Move 9% slower and just expend less damage. I'll give them this. Levitating enemies. Zephyr is better. Also, this is just annoying. Hard Engage. Hello, Klopto. How you doing? How's life treating you? Is everything going well? Loving life? I have so many sculptures, it's not even funny. Oh, man. Holy balls, look at all that. Day 799. But so much of A, so much of B. So much of A, so much of B. So I feel like they just kind of need a number tweak, you know what I mean? They just need a number tweak, a little bit more loving, maybe a few more mods to give them more generalist capacity and stuff. I feel like MOAs could be in a really good spot, but they're just not. So I'm also hoping for just more pet mods. I'm hoping for more pet mods with Tau. Give me more pet mods. I want pet mods. Give me pet mods. I love the Bond mods. They're so cool, and I want more of them. Give me more Freakmon. Hi, Collapso. How you doing? How's life treating you? Is everything going well? How did no one get first? I don't know. I just be here. I just be streaming. Yep. Hard engage 200. There's no way it's that much on Warframe Market. Somebody's got to be high. No shot. Okay, there we go. Now they're all upgraded. I have so many now, I can't reasonably sell them because nobody's going to want to buy them for that much. Or buy that many of them.
If it rains.
Oh, Boski, which also reminds me, what is the weapons? I've been waiting for... No, don't do that. I've been waiting for a weapon to pop up. I can't remember what it's called. That Hexy likes using the Cerberus. There it is, Cerberus. Because I want to see if I can get her to do the circuit so she can pick up her first Incarnate. Someone manipulate the market. I mean, if Hard Engage is 200 platinum right now, that's 200 platinum. I'll fucking take it to somebody. I don't care. I'm loading it in the background. I want to see. I want to look at it with my eyes. Take a look, see here. Oh yeah, no, it's not 200 platinum. That's just stupid people selling it for 200 because they're idiots. Because if you look at the buyers, there's only one buyer, and he's asking 10 platinum for it. Yeah, no. That's just stupid people being stupid. Absolutely stupid people being stupid. If you sell it for 200, my hat's off to you. Like, holy crap. Mobile defense, interception, I don't want to deal with that. Doodah, and I'm not gonna deal with that, because fuck that shit. Cascade. I've been farming out Forma stuff lately because I need Forma to do Forma shenanigans with. That's not Forma. I've been wanting Forma to do Forma shenanigans with just because reasons, you know. Why not? Do 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 da do da do 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 do. We're gonna go through my Neos. I have too many Neos. But yeah, I am looking forward to Caliban's release. I'm looking forward to that because I'm interested in that sniper rifle. I'm very interested in that. It's been a while since they released a weapon that was just 100% a prime. It's been a long time since. Really should get a Hydralisk statue out of space. I've also been trying to... been doing a bit of... what's it called? A bit of decorating. I want to do a bit more of decorating. But that's another thing. I wish Warframe would... what's the word I'm looking for here? I wish they would add more decorations to the game. You know what I mean? Like more decorations that were accessible outside of dojos and the marketplace. Because those annoy me. You know what I mean? I also wish we didn't have that fire rate buff right now, so I could use my Core. Core. But digression. What were we talking about? I just wish there was more Warframe 2 Warframe. You know what I mean? Like the only reason I have a clan dojo at all is mostly so I can muck around with decorations whenever I really want to. Because there's like no good way to do that with your orbiter. Like I could farm out a little bit of what's it called? Zeramin standing for stuff, which is actually probably something we should do. I've been meaning to farm up more Zeramin standing, so I want to get more hydro planters because I was doing stuff with those for a little bit. I thought those would look pretty interesting. Yep. Where's? Oh, hello, there you are. Come on, come on, die for me. Die ski. There he goes. But so much of it is so much of it. It's just kind of mind-numbing farming for some stuff. Like, I wish there was a better way to farm for a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I really like, I know a lot of people didn't like the Fortuna token system. I really like the Fortuna token system. I thought it was pretty sad. I'll see an over that doesn't use Zeramin Pekka style. I am farming out a little bit of Duviri stuff as well. The problem, though, is the Zeramin is really the only thing that has a good amount of easily accessible decorations. So you're going to see things are pretty heavily weighted towards Zeramin stuff, unfortunately, just because of how much more readily accessible they are. Which I know it sucks, but you know, it is heavy on the lab resources. I mean, you just gotta monkey around with it a little bit, you know? But yeah, I was farming out. I am off and on farming out Duviri resources. It's just Duviri doesn't have a lot of decorations on its own, and the decorations it does have are a wild pain in the ass. You know what I mean? They're just a wild pain in the ass to get, because you gotta go around, you gotta go find the puzzles, you gotta go do the puzzle, you get a teeny bit amount of resources, and you gotta do it all again. You can only get like, I think like 10 or 20 Enigma all run, which is so ass. Like, there's no good way to farm for Duviri decorations. There's just not, and it sucks. But it is pretty much the truth. Unless somebody has like a guide, like, here's how you get 1,000 Enigma stuff in a day. It's just not a good way to do it. I mean, when Scholar's Landing pops up, you can get 10 relatively quickly by doing a not awful puzzle. But just like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm excited for the Tau stuff, and that's why I wish DE would make dojo decorations more would make them accessible for Orbiter and, you know, Hulvania, because like dojos have like the good decorations, and the Orbiter really doesn't. You have a lot of ways to decorate one, but you don't have a lot of ways to decorate the other, and it's annoying. Excuse me. It's just annoying. We're gonna go farm out standing, also because these guys suck and we were the only ones doing that objective. Yup. That's like, give me more everything. You know what I mean? Just give me more everything. I just want more everything. Give me more resources, non-platinum resources. Thank you. Just more of this, more of that. Let's get on out of here. Where's the exit? The exit's someplace over here. Like, these guys aren't playing the objective. The Wisp, I appreciate the Wisp for being there. Thank you for trying. However, you know, they're a bit more in the way than anything. Which I know is a wild take, but yeah, I don't want the fire rate buff. The fire rate buff is annoying. Getting out of here, thank you. So yeah, yep. And Hulvania. Why don't we have more decorations in Hulvania? Like, there's so much to work with, and they just didn't give us any of them. Like, dude, the dojo has so many Hulvania decorations, and they have given us none. Like, dude, come on. Oh yeah, it's definitely time. It's definitely time to farm out more. Let's go grab some toys real fast. Either way. The trick to having nothing but lab resources to work with is to use them in non-lab ways. Like, look at all these decorations we have for the Zeramin, and we got fucking nothing from Hulvania.
Good
Some
choice.
bullshit, some concert stuff. Ooh, wow, concert trash. That's what I wanted. Thanks, DE. Bruh. Bruh, 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 bruh.
Everyone pulling together.
Someone's outside the window. They also popped up a scooter
Neighbor.
in Tokyo. This is so weird. I don't really understand this. But in Tokyo, instead without abilities. That's so stupid. That is actually trash. Ugh. See, now I don't even want to try.
Pick your fights carefully. We stand or fall.
Alright, something else then. Current thing I'm improving all but complicated is the foundry. I feel like the biggest improvement they could make to the foundry is keeping prime frames at 72-hour cook times, but making base frames into 24-hour cook times. I think that's probably the best thing they could do. Because, yeah, I think that's the best thing they could do. It encourages new players to play the game, try base frames, but still adds value to the prime frames. And they can still generate a cash flow from there. But that's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Let me actually, I want to look at the whole thing. I want to bitch about Hulvania more. Hang on. We're gonna bitch and whine, doo-dah, doo-dah. Where is Velimir? Hello!
Feast your
Like, look at
eyes.
this. This is all we have. A couple of tables, a couple chairs. You got nothing else. You don't even have a, you have a nightstand, but no closet or anything. Like, bruh, what are you guys doing? Who's using the arcade machine unironically? What are you even going to use this for? Like, come on. Even when you're getting creative, you can't do anything with the arcade machine. You know what I mean? That's that frustrating part for me. Like, look, we have a liquor cabinet right here. Like, just make this into a 2D instead of whatever this is going on. Countertops, right? Look at it.
Hey,
Booth
Drifter.
seats, tables. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Stairs. There's enough stairs in here. Posters, planter, trash. Come on, give me some trash, please. Please, I want some trash. Give me something to work with here. The little fold out. We got carts, trash, whatever this is, whatever that's supposed to be.
Oh.
Little benches. There's so much to work with. Gordon Freeman, come on, give me a Gordon Freeman cutout. What if I want a Gordon Freeman? What if I want an army of Gordon Freeman cutouts? Come on, DE. I know you can do better than this. Frustrating is what it is. It's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. I just want more. I want more decorations and stuff.
Each enemy
Plus,
is more
I feel like
powerful than
personally, hear me out here, okay?
only
I
the
feel
true
like
mastery
adding
of
more
the Ten
decorations
Arsenal
to
will succeed.
outside of the dojo would decrease the amount of stress dojos add to the game. We speak of things. So when Warframe, a lot of people don't know this, but Warframe keeps a couple of settings local to your computer, okay? So if you delete certain files from your computer and stuff, it'll actually fuck with a lot of your settings in the game. What they could do is they could make your orbiter decorations specific to your computer profile, right? So that way, one, it loads you in quicker to your orbiter, but also it helps when you go to your dojo. The game has to make an entire mission session. Okay, that's how it works. It makes a mission session for you to go into the dojo. Right? That's very resource intense. That's not very resource intensive on its own, but when you go decorating the absolute fuck out of your dojo, it becomes very resource intensive for the servers. What they should do is, if they encourage players to build in their orbiter instead of the dojo, it would decrease the amount of dojos there are, which means it would decrease the amount of really resource-heavy sessions there are, because people aren't going to be building the absolute frick out of their dojos anymore, because why would they need to? They're going to do it through the orbits instead. What they should do is they should add more ways to just beef up the orbiter. Like, I saw people on Reddit talking about this a couple days ago. Why not finally add a capital ship, a satellite or something, for each player, right? That they could just build on their own with dojo resources, but it's not coded as a dojo. So that way you don't need to worry about the resource sharing. Like, oh, come on, let me have these things. Let me build their housing. It's part of the reason why that I really want to try and get into Elder Scrolls Online, because Elder Scrolls Online has a really robust player housing feature. It's basically the Warframe Dojo, but better, right? So I really want to get into, I've been trying for years, by the way, to get into Elder Scrolls Online so that I could make use of that. Like, every time I try and get into it, just the class feature and stuff, I don't like it. Like, when I play Elder Scrolls, I expect to be just absolutely freeballing with my stuff. Right? I don't like being pigeonholed into classes, especially when I can't freely pivot in and out of a class, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like having to make a whole new character because I don't want to or can't play a certain character class. So that's like that's the big thing that's kept me out of that game. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, you can spec in the magic even as a Tonk, but you're still going to be stuck with tank abilities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. That's always, bruh. Always driven. Did the stream die? No, didn't. I'm not even dropping frames. I'm at max kilobytes.
Pick up the pace.
I think Twitch's settings are really taking a shit today. I need to check. Is Steam doing? No, Steam's not doing anything in the background. But no, stream's fine. At least stream's fine from my perspective. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I'm not having any trouble. It happens every so often. It's really annoying. It is what it is. You kind of just have to make do with what you have. It's unfortunate, but you make do with what you got, and what we got is not much. Yep. Kind of like this. I'm seeing a big nerd. Oh shit! Got my ass. I remember they added a new tentacle themed class to ESO, which I still kind of want to play. But like I said, I don't like being pigeonholed into classes. I just don't like it. It's not something I enjoy very much. I was able to kind of get into Final Fantasy XIV, because even though there were classes, you could freely change in and out them without much of a problem. Hi, Tired. How you doing? How's life treating you? Yeah, I've been wanting a new MMO for a long time now, because I've played Warframe 2 bits. Like, how many hours does Steam say I'm at? 4,065.5. I've played Warframe 2 bits. It's time. I need a new game, for lack of a better term. But there's just not a lot of games that really reach out to me, you know what I mean? There's just not. I just haven't been able to find an MMO that reaches out for years. Like, before Warframe, I had a game called Spiral Knights, which I've talked about before, which has a absolutely beautiful soundtrack, by the way.
And the enemy.
But that game has... I'm mad. I came in at the end of the air quotes golden age of Spiral Knights. And the game... Yeah, I'm still surprised. The servers are still up. The game is trash now, so there's no real reason to play it. And then Wizard 101, which I kind of want to play Wizard 101 again. But there's like 2 big issues with Wizard 101 for me, which is one, you need a subscription to basically play the game, which I don't like. And also, Wizard 101 is geared more towards kids, so they have a younger population, which gives me the ick. It gives me the ick, it gives me the bad feels. I don't like that. I don't want to be near kids. I don't want to talk to kids. I don't even want to know kids this. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, it squidges me out. I don't like that. It's like, no, go away. I hate all of you. It's yuck. It's the big yuck. And before that, I played, what was it called? Fusion Fall. But, Fusion Fall's not really around anymore, so, you know. And then I found Warframe, and after a bit of a rough patch, I fell in love with the game, and I've just been off this game ever since. Yeah. Yep. I'm waiting for Soulframe to fill out a bit more. But right now, there's still basically no content in Soulframe to speak of, so, you know, I'm hopping Be Alive for Full Dive. Dude, I want that so bad. I'm getting to the point, though, where I'm coming to terms with the idea that we're not going to be alive for that. Like, just the way the world's going right now, I'm going to be surprised if we're alive in the next 20 years, 10 years. I'll be really happy if I'm alive in the next 40 years, because, like, I'm getting scared. Like, I don't think I'm going to make it much longer, folks. And it's really disappointing. Really disappointing. I want to see the future and all the nice futuristic things. But more and more I'm coming to realize I'm probably not going to get to. Depressing. A full dive VR MMO? Dude, I would never leave. I'd stay in that thing forever, and I mean a full dive MMO, like full on Sword Art Online, Ready Player One shenanigans, you know what I mean? Crank it to 11. We might be close to brain dances though, depending on what happens with Tesla's freaking scrambled monkey brains. Depending on how that goes, you know, we might have brain dances soon, which wouldn't be awful. Wouldn't be awful. So yeah. But still, I don't think we're gonna get to see full dive MMOs. I know there was a VR MMO that was cooking for a little bit, but I heard they bumped into some controversy, and it doesn't look like that's really happening anymore, unfortunately. Which I'm really disappointed about, because the next big update was supposed to be player housing, which is what I was going to get in for. Like, if they came out with player housing and the game was still not sucking and dying, I was going to buy a VR system. Because I found a the non-wired Quest is. I found one of those in Tokyo for like 100 USD, and I was like, fuck it. If that MMO takes off, I'm going for it. I'm doing it. I'd be fine being trapped in SAO. Oh, hell yeah, I would. Fuck yeah. I wouldn't mind at all. No Quest is wired. I found a Quest for 100-ish USD, and I was ready to go for it. But, like I said, it looks like that MMO took a shit. Kinda like Ikui's fucking internet right now. Let me see if I can actually find it real fast. Can I find the game I'm talking about? PRMO. Let's see. Oh yeah, Zenith the Last City. Yeah, I heard it was taking a shit. Let me take a look at Steam. It's been a while since I've looked at it, because, you know, I've been kind of stressed out. Moving to Japan, doing all this stuff. You know. Taking a look, mostly negative. So yeah, it took a shit. Oh, that's really sad. I hate it whenever that happens. Like, I know I talk trash on games sometimes, but I always do get pretty upset whenever they take a dump, because they could be, so many of them could be so cool, and then they just do something fucking stupid and they die, and it's like, why'd you go and do that? Casting abilities increase the ability strike by 2%. We're just gonna grab bounty shots. Fuck it. Give me a weapon adapter, because I've been needing those. That's terrible. I tried it, and you're stuck in a parkour scene. I couldn't find your way out. Nah. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, I hate it whenever video games take a shit. Like, I know I love talking trash on stuff and things, but it always is a little upsetting, because, you know, people put a lot of work into these games. You can tell sometimes when there's a lot of love and stuff. And it's all you could tell when a community really loves a game. And it's always really sad and disappointing to me when something people love just kind of, you know, dies off. Like, you remember the VTuber controversy recently with a certain Hellhound themed VTuber? I was really disappointed when that came out. Like, I loved the drama, don't get me wrong. I love drama. I was really disappointed when that came out because that individual had done a lot of good, you know what I mean? Maybe for the wrong reason, but you could tell that her viewers really loved her content for her. And then she's still radio silent even now, which I thought was really interesting because Shy Lily actually spoke on her just a little bit ago, just for a moment, and said that she hasn't even responded to gamer subs and V-Card about stuff. So it sounds like she went gone, which, like I said, just thumbs down everything she did. But you can't deny you can't deny the good she was doing for her viewers. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I'm really disappointed about. It's like, damn, that's just unfortunate. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I love the drama, but I just hate the result. Yeah. Same thing for like with Battlefield, Call of Duty, all kinds of stuff happening. You know what I mean? It's always sad when somebody's favorite game just kind of takes a big old garbo dumbo for some reason.
Scalded notice too. They're coming for you.
Siege. But as I've said before, not my goat. I'm just holding the horns. Not my goat. I love how few people ever get that too, because then I get to explain what that means, and everyone's like, ew, and you can tell. You can tell a lot about a person how they respond to that. Yep. I could have sworn I remembered something interesting from my history. I can't remember what it was though. I remembered something recently that I was actually kind of happy about. I was like, ooh, I remembered something, but I don't remember what that was. Siege. Is what it is. Is what it is. I just wish there was more Warframe in Warframe. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they would have a bit better missions with less time gating and stuff. Like, I really like the elevator mission. I wish they would have made an infinite duration elevator mission. I wish they would just use the mission more. Like, DE. Maybe I should get back into Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe I should give it a try. I heard it's in a bad place right now, though, so I'm kind of waiting until it's back into a good place. You know what I mean? I wanted to get into player housing in Final Fantasy XIV, but I never really liked the idea of having to pay fucking rent and upkeep on my in-game housing, or it would be taken away from me. That was always kind of yuck. You know what I mean? And I hated how long it was taking to level stuff up. Like, I really wanted to get into crafting, because crafting was actually kind of fun for me, and it seemed like a good way to make money. It just took forever to level up, you know what I mean? So you just spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours grinding out the same recipes. That's yuck, you know what I mean? That's yuck for me. Damn it. Oopsie. That's yuck for me, you know what I mean? Like, that's yuck. That's no bueno. I don't like that. Never really liked that at all, you know? And that's the problem I always had with 14, is that 14's kind of one of those more traditional MMOs where you're kind of just expected to grind forever. And, yeah, nah. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah. Like, what was it, that one streamer, Cider Spider, who's been trying to 100% the game for like 5 years now, and he's still barely halfway there? No thanks, I'm good. I remember I tried to farm out the super weapons of the game for a little bit. I guess you could call them their equivalent to Prime stuff. No, that's not fun. It's not enjoyable. I like certain aspects about the game, other aspects, though, are just no. Nope, I haven't been able to get into. I want to get into other MMOs, but other MMOs are just so antithetical to what I like in video games. Oh,
Acquisitions.
it's like, bro,
Like this.
I want to play more Pokemon
Don't
as
worry,
well.
I'll
Maybe
stay
not
out.
on stream, but you know, I have my
Distractions
Nintendo Switch
But
charging
it
again.
would be very much fun if you let
Borderlands
me
MMO
know.
would be interesting. I'm looking forward to the next Borderlands game. I'm not looking forward to like, oh, I can't wait. But you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, yes, a new Borderlands game. I'm going to play
A
this.
minute to get a health scrubber working.
I'm keeping my expectations tempered though, because like I've talked about before, the writers are generally idiots.
Build-up gets any worse, it's
And I
gonna
mean that
suck.
from a place of caring, not really respect, but you know, caring. What do you mean by that, Brander? And what I mean by that is they keep trying to recapture the humor of Borderlands 2 without realizing the glory of their fucking world, their setting. You could do so much if you just leaned into the depressing aspects of Borderlands. So much. So we'll see. We'll see if they've figured that out at all. Probably not, but yeah, you know.
Do you ever wonder how many of those?
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully the new game is not too cringy. It's gonna be a little cringy. I'm hoping it's not too cringy, you know? Kill 150 Scaladriel with abilities. Simple as... We can't really use Orexia because the way her abilities work is kind of buggy. You might think Sand would be the best for this, but Nornia, actually, Jair kind of does some work. She do be doing some work. She do be doing that work. But I'm interested in Borderlands 4? 4 or 5, whatever it is. I'm interested in it. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully they do better than 3. Hopefully. I've been keeping myself insulated from it, though. Myself nice and insulated, just to kind of let all the surprises mature. I need some Eldritch Horror non-human classes MMO. I'm so bored of Human Dwarf Hell. That's why I want more Warframe-esque MMOs. Like, Warframe kind of scratched that itch for me. But like I've said before, I'm so burnt out on Warframe after 4,000 plus hours. You know, I kind of need, I need something fresh. I liked Destiny for a while, but Destiny's been doing Destiny things, and Bungo is earning their name. So that one's really disappointing. Which is, again, that feeds into my whole thing. Like, I'm happy to see Destiny take a shit, but also I'm sad to see it take a shit. Because it's just disappointing for the fan. You know what I mean? Disappointing for the fans. So, the other issue, though, is MMOs are very resource intensive. So a lot of companies avoid them because if you're not really, if it doesn't take off, it generally never takes off, and that's just a money pit. I tried getting in Tree of Savior for a while, but Tree of Savior took a shit, and I was also stationed in Korea when it came out, and then they blocked Korean IPs, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm not playing this then. Excalibur Prime on the ground. I'm hi, Grandpa! I don't have Excalibur Prime. I got Frost Heirloom though, baby, and Mag Heirloom. Let's go with all the shinies, because I knew I was gonna regret it if I didn't. And I have them, and I love flexing them, which is why my Valkyrie Heirloom has the Frost Signa, just so everyone can look at it and be like, this fucking bitch. Ha! Let's go. I knew D.Evil would regret that, and they do. I don't. Whee. And I'm gonna be pissed as fuck if they ever give it out to other players, because I got it specifically for that, just so I could flex it like an absolute asshole. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I love it. I would buy Excalibur Prime now if it came out. I hate seeing all these people on Reddit and stuff talk about how Excalibur Prime should come out and fuck the original founders. I think that's incredibly short-sighted. Also, it can get DE absolutely sued. But we don't care. Those people, they're driving up the wall. Yep. But it is what it is. I do think I am kind of interested in seeing what they're going to do for Excalibur in the Tau update. I'm gonna fire up a hot take here. I'm hoping that they make Excalibur in Tau like its own thing. Like, imagine, kind of like Archwing and stuff, except still Warframe mods, except you can only use Excalibur Prime in Tau. That'd be kind of interesting.
Near you.
But I don't think they're gonna do that, because I don't think that you would ever do something like that. So a little disappointing, but you know. It is what it is, and it will be what it will be. I'm just excited for now. I can't wait. I want all the shinies. I want new weapons. I want new toys. I want Shire Prime. Oh boy. Shire Prime, where are you, my babe? Because you know Shire Prime's next, right? After Caliban, it's Shire Prime. I cannot wait. Which is also why I haven't chucked any Aura Forma on her yet, because I'm waiting for that, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Wait, break. It's gonna be good on. But so much of A, so much of B, so much of B, so much of this, so much of that. In time. From here. I am and yes, we know you're excited for it. I can't wait. I'll have to play the game even less. Oh dear. And like I said, I am enjoying Soulframe, but Soulframe has not much content right now, and also I don't think Soulframe is going to really hold my attention in the long term. Like, it doesn't vibe with me the same way Warframe does, especially because of the whole 3 ability cooldown thing a la Destiny. Really don't like that. I really don't like that. I hate that so much. I don't care how fast they make the 3 ability cooldown thing. I like the energy mana bar system. That's my jam. I hate the way Destiny did abilities, and I'm mad Soulframe is doing the same thing. Hate it. It's gross. Disgusting. Why? Well, I get they don't want you spamming your abilities all la-di-da. Who the fuck cares? Let the players have fun. Like, player fun should take priority over everything. You know what I'm saying here? Ooh, it's Malice. Malice is okay. I thought this was going to be violence again, and I was going to get fucking violent. Ha 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 ha. You almost got me if you're nice to the shooty bit. Oh, no, he's got me. Why is he... Did he get buffed in, melee? He got buffed in melee. He's got a melee weapon now. That's not good. What the fuck? What? I got a fucking melee weapon now. Did you see him punch me and my health disappear? Malice used to be easy, because all you just do is walk up to him in melee distance and clap his ass. What the fuck? Maybe I'll just start bringing the Haruto everywhere with me. I just really like the Mire, because the Mire looks really nice. You know what I mean? It kind of looks like a lava sword almost. Oh. Might just bring that back though. He's still easy though. He almost killed me just then. Well, granted, it's also the weapons I'm using. So I generally use weapons that aren't really good for bossing or burst DPS. I use sustained DPS weapons. So that is kind of the issue, especially when he puts that bubble on you. Like that. Violence is still the worst though. Violence is easily the worst of the acolytes. I hate seeing him. Every time I see him, I'm just like, oh. If I could remove one thing from Warframe, it'd probably be violence.
As you conquer the foe,
Probably be him, yeah. I hate him.
conquer yourself.
The worst acolyte. Bones. Do. Bum. 500 enemies with abilities. Look at that. Melee arcane adapter. Thank you. Ball of lightning. And we'll just do this. Okay. Skip. Enemies, abilities, Orkan Reactor, or Kuva. Logs in his violence and chases you around. If you think I haven't devised ways to kill violence, you're wrong. I just don't like him. Because he always turns off my, my screenshot abilities, which I fucking hate. I hate those. Snapshot abilities, there they go. Which are abilities where you you do a whole song and dance to get your ability strength and whatnot up. We're just gonna grab the Hirudo so I don't have to deal with that. There we go. That way I can just punch them. Alright. Next verse, same as the first. 500 enemies with abilities. Jair will do the trick. And I wish they would fix PvP so it was less trash. Because it's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad. Like, let's just call a spade here. It's pretty bad. Bruh. Bruh. It's more of a parkour thing than anything. Whoever starts, normally whoever starts the first or second part of the mission first probably wins. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Excuse me, pardon, and boop. Have fun with that. Chuckle butt. There we go. Now we just need some energy. Actually, you know what we can just do? We can just pizza up. I don't really like using pizzas and stuff. I think they're a bit of a crutch, but when they're useful, they're useful. You know.
Did I forget to mention that the scrubbers are prone to
and
spore
boop,
buildup
there you go.
that can spontaneously form a
So
creature
that'll
absolutely
take care of that. I don't know why it's so far over here. The other reason why I don't really like using Naruto is I don't like the stance. I think the stance is kind of crappy. I don't like sparring stances. I just think they're awful.
Scrubber.
Simple as that.
overwhelmed.
Yep. We could probably do abilities fast if I brought something like Mesa or whatnot, but like Mesa's just. I really like using Mesa. I loved her a lot when she was just full on bot, but those were also, you know, different time Warframe. I've just never really gotten into her since then. She's useful, yeah. She has her moments, yeah. I don't know, though. I don't know. She just never really vibed with me since her rework. Give me shiny. I was also playing Dungeon Defenders the other day. You guys remember Dungeon Defenders at all? Dude, I miss Dungeon Defenders. I remember playing the MMO way back in the day. I just got so squigged out by the way they sexualized the canonically 14-year-old fucking chick. But man, do I miss those games. They were so good. So I started playing the original again just because. Why not? You know what I mean? I've been having fun with it. It's definitely a bit clunkier than I remember. But it's nice, you know? It's nice. It's nice. Being able to just kind of feel stuff. I've never actually beaten in its entirety. I've beaten the base game, but none of the DLCs. So I really want to try and make that a personal challenge for myself. Like, I also thought of doing that as just a stream thing as well. Or maybe a YouTube video or something, but I don't know if I have the commitment, you know what I mean? Especially when classes are going to start up again the week after next, which I am not ready for. But classes are going to start up again the week after next. So I don't know how much free time I'm really going to have for that. Because instead of 3 classes, I'm going to be back on 4 classes, because that's part of the visa crap. So that's going to be crappy. And I'm probably going to have a lot of classwork after class, because I'm going to be in Drawing 3, which is going to require a lot of me staying probably late to work on stuff. But also, I'm going to be in Photography 1, which means I'm probably going to be going around exploring Tokyo and Bardo, Japan stuff, trying to get pictures for whatever dickhead teacher I have. Which I really hope he does not expect me to do any avant-garde, freaking contemporary bullshit. I hate that stuff. Like, I love landscape photos so much. They're definitely my jam. We'll see. See how they go. See how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. And then the other 2 classes are basically snooze classes, so I don't have to think about all that much. I think one of them is Econ. I don't know what the other one is, to be honest. Yeah. I've also been debating on where exactly I'm going to go after Tokyo, how much longer I plan on staying in Tokyo. Like, I've been keeping an eye on world news and stuff, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know Soul Eater, that face everyone would make at and around Excalibur? I've been making that face in just the world right now, just, I couldn't, I should make that. Ew. Haha! That would be a sick ass toggle. Dude. I would love the fuck out of that. That'd be so cool. Excalibur, Excalibur. Oh, I love that so much. I think that's great too. I love how they treated Excalibur in the Soul Eater lore. For those of you that don't know, Excalibur was the most powerful weapon in the series, right? Straight up the GOAT. He wins every fight, point blank period. Why did nobody ever use it though? Because he is so violently annoying. He just wasn't worth it. Like, it wasn't that he was too powerful. No. He was the right amount powerful, right? He did exactly what you wanted to have happen, and that was that. He was just so annoying and just a pain in the ass to work with that everybody would rather the consequences of not using Excalibur because he was that much of a waste of space. Fabulous. Love it. Print it. Cut it. Do more. I think that's great. And they actually did use him exactly once in the series at one of the most pivotal moments, and as soon as they were done, the dude who was using him was like, alright, that's it, nope, I'm done, I don't care. I was like, you know what, I'm fine with that, hell yeah. Mania is pretty easy, by the way. He's pretty easy to do. He doesn't really do anything, you just gotta walk away from him and he just kinda dies. To be honest, I don't even know what he does exactly. Like, what's his gimmick? Like, I know the Valkyr one, he's just kind of annoying, fucking violence and his whole no ability shtick of, what was it, malice, and turning off your ability. What the fuck was he doing, though? Does he teleport you, I think? Don't they all teleport you, though? I don't really know. 400 enemies down, 100 go. Yeah. Yup. I miss Spectres. I still can't remember any other DS games. I know I had a couple, like Nintendogs. I had Nintendogs. Nintendogs was okay, but I always wanted a Shiba Inu, and my version of Nintendogs didn't have a Shiba Inu. And none of the kids in high school would give me their Shiba Inus because they didn't want to be associated with me, apparently. So I never got a Shiba. Very disappointing. Very sad. Oh, no. The trauma dump out of nowhere on fucking Nintendo. Oh no. So yeah, I wonder. Rip in peace, by the way, for the Nintendogs that haven't been fed since like 2009. Rip in peace. Oh dear. Come here, punchy. Thank you. Can't remember like any of the games, dude. It's so annoying. Fuck. It's so annoying. I'm just stuck on Pokemon. Mostly because I'm really excited for my shiny Celebi. I'm so ready for it. I'm like, I can't wait. I'm like, yes, oh, man. I just need Suicune, Raikou, Kingdra, and Heracross. Heracross, like I said, should be coming back soon. Because it's been a couple months since it's been around on the Mega Rotation, so we should be seeing it, you know, in a couple months. Or I might get lucky and I might be able to trade some of the kids at the college for it. And Kingdra, I just need some Poke Candy for it and I'm done. Like, dude! And then Suicune and Raikou, which I don't care. I will swipe the credit card for Suicune and Raikou just for that shiny Celebi, just so I can finally have it. I've wanted that shiny Celebi ever since Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I will finally have it. And then all I need to do is finish Shiny Jirachi, which has been a whole issue on its own. I used to have a Shiny Jirachi as well, which I'm really mad about, because I traded a level 100 Charizard for a kid's shiny Celebi that he got from Toys R Us because he thought the shiny Celebi was glitched and didn't realize what shinies were. And neither did I. And then I got rid of it when I reset Pokemon Ruby so I could play through the game again because I got bored. And I'm still like, no! You fool! And I did that with all the shiny Pokemon I ever found too. I was like, oh no, the game glitched, whatever. So there goes the shiny Geodude, the shiny Spearow, the shiny Pidgey. I had a shiny Charizard too. Bruh. Yeah, that shiny Celebi is going to be a pain in the ass, because holy crap did they make these shiny to grind. I have to get 350 Pokemon from Hoenn, Johto, and Kanto. I have Kanto and I have Hoenn done. I'm just working through Johto right now, and then I get onto the next part of the quest. It's like, holy crap. Awful. Actually, what is the next part of the quest? Just so you guys understand how bad it is. Shiny Jirachi Pokemon Go. Just so you understand that it's bad. It's bad. Alright, 385 Pokemon from Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn. So that totals... Hang on. 385 times 3. That is 1,155 Pokemon. Fuck off. Then you have to have 10 best buddies, which takes about a month each. So that's 10 months, give or take. Earn hearts with your buddy 20 days in a row. So you have to log in and play with your Pokemon 20 days in a row. Catch 10 Kecleon. I've only ever caught 2. So, ouch. Spin a Pokestop 20 days in a row. Obtain a lucky Pokemon in a trade. I've actually done that, so it might do that for free. Make 385 excellent throws. That's gonna take me forever. That's actually super fucking difficult. And then catch 1,000 Pokemon. Catch 7 Pokemon 7 days in a row. And then reach level 40. Is so ass. That is such a awful grind. Oh my goodness. Actually ass. So yeah, I'm going to be on that for years. For actual, unironic years. Fuck me. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, Pokemon Go. But after those several, probably 2-4 years of just absolute mind-numbing grind, I'll finally have it, which will be nice. You know what I mean? That'll be nice. Uh-oh, the game froze. Why don't you want to work properly? But neither here nor there. I am going to get ready to dip out for the day because I have gym stuff that I want to do. I'm trying to work back up into streaming. Hang on. For 4-ish, 5 hours a day. However, I am not going to lie. My mental is still pretty dookie garbage. So, yeah. Next stream is going to be on Friday. I don't know. Should we play Stellar Blade or Peak or do art? I was debating on doing an art stream today, but I've been stuck. I've been really stuck because I'm working on the eyes and the eyes are not working for me and it's really upsetting me and I don't want to move on to anything else until I get the eyes done. So I don't know. I wanted to play Monster Hunter today, but obviously Monster Hunter didn't want to freaking work. So yeah. I also kind of just want to play some, I don't know, something else. I need another game to fixate on. Like, Path of Exile 2 is updating in a couple of days. Last Epoch is updating in a couple of days. So I might be able to get longer streams out of those because they'll hold my attention longer, right? So I'm really looking forward to both of those because Last Epoch is also reworking the class I play. So that's going to be nice. That's going to be really nice. I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? Wow. Why is this not working? But that's going to be really nice. So I want to grind out that. And I'm also looking at Titan Quest 2 just because I'm becoming more at home with those ARPGs and stuff. Or maybe I could find an MMO. I don't know if anyone's still listening, but if you guys could find me some MMOs, I'd really appreciate it. Like, I know about the MMORPG website. Let me see here. Which is a website that has, like, all the MMOs, just freaking all of them. Just they even grade them in a list and stuff. Let me see if I can actually find it real fast. Give it a minute, because it's loading, and it wants to take forever. Like, I found MMO.com, like, we got Path of Exile 2, Elder Scrolls Online, which, like I said, kind of have some trouble with it. Maybe I'll re-download it. Guild Wars 2, didn't like it. Dungeon Fighter, I don't know what that is. Star Wars, The Old Republic, no. Blade and Soul, didn't like it. Garena Free Fire, what the fuck is that? I've never heard of that. Korea Chronicles, didn't hear of that. Ashes of Creation, has that even come out yet? Gigantic. Oh wow, that's what the fuck? This looks, oh, it's a phone game. That's not an MMO. Korea Chronicles. This looks like something. Limited information. No Western release, and it was canceled in 2019. Oh yeah, that's not happening. Yeah. Gigantic is a MOBA, and it shut down in 2018. These are not what I'm looking for. Wuthering Waves. No, not Wuthering Waves. Hang on, where is that MMORPG website? There's a website that ranks them. All the still active ones. It's around here. Is it MMO populations, I think. Because, like, a good MMO needs people. Okay, here we go. I could play Path of Exile. It's been a while since I played Path of Exile. I think Path of Exile is actually better than Path of Exile 2. But, yeah, Lost Ark, tried it, didn't like it. Star Citizen, no. Old School RuneScape, tried it, didn't like it. World of Warcraft, didn't like it. Baldur's Gate is not in MMO. I do have it downloaded, though. I would not mind playing Baldur's Gate. I was actually debating on doing it today. Genshin Impact is not an MMO. Warframe, Star Rail is not an MMO. Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft Classic, didn't like it. Guild Wars 2, Wuthering Waves, Path of Exile 2, War Thunder. I don't really like PvP-centric games. They're not really my vibe, you know what I mean? Star Citizen, no. Diablo 4, not an MMO. Maple Story, didn't like it. Lost Ark, no. RuneScape, no. Destiny 2, yeah. What was that? Roblox, fuck no. Especially with the news that came out yesterday. Elite Dangerous, tried it, it's okay. New World, tried it, didn't like it. Lost Ark again. Conan Exiles, didn't like it. Black Desert, didn't like it. EVE Online, didn't like it. World of Tanks, same as the other PvP game. Anthem is not an MMO. Is this what I think it is? It should. I think it is. Hang on. Is this the game I'm thinking of? Yeah, it is. It's shut down. This is not an MMO. Yeah, that's not an MMO. Plus, didn't it shut down, or isn't it shutting down? I could have sworn it was. Also, it's an EA game, so no, I hate EA. Maple Story, no. Palia, tried it, it's okay. Wizard 101, I hate children. Albion Online, no. Realm of the Bad God, it's okay. PlanetSide 2, no. Throne and Liberty, no. Punishing Grey Raven, not an MMO. Once Human is not an MMO. The fuck is Once Human? What the fuck? A multiplayer open survival. Oh, so is this basically like Rust? Yeah, no. Aspiration, Lord of Rings Online, I'm not interested in it. Phantasy Star Online 2, didn't like it. Tower of Fantasy, didn't like it. But I heard they're removing the gacha elements in some manner, so I'll be receptive to it. I'll try it again if they actually do that. Star Trek Online, didn't like it. Neverwinter, I tried it when I was like a wee little lad. It was okay. Tibia, don't know what that is. Blade and Soul, didn't like it. Trove, didn't like it. Guild Wars, didn't like it. Terra, didn't like it. Arcade, you're starting to see a pattern here. Toontown Online, I thought that shut down. Dofus, Ragnarok, Dungeon Fighter, Pantheon, Blue Protocol, pretty sure that shut down. Tree of Savior, it's barely on live support. Maple Story 2, I really didn't like that one. Black Fu, Marvel Heroes. I'm not a big fan of PvP games. I've been debating on trying again to get into PvP games because I really want to see what people see in these games. I just haven't. Aeon free to play. I tried Aeon as a kid. Didn't like it. But I hear Aeon 2 is coming out, and I really wanted to like it as a kid. So maybe Rift, didn't like it. Crowfall, don't know what that is. I'm just scrolling through at this point. It's so many. I've tried so many of these, and I've hated all of them. So, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm just too picky. Maybe that's it. Although, when I look at 8-bit MMO, I'm not really sure what you expect me to do there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of... What the fuck is that? Anime roguelike ARPG Starlight Revolver. What are you? You look interesting. This looks interesting. This looks intriguing. Starlight Revolver. I love games that try and be different. What are you? 1 to 4 player co-op action. Dude, they're labeling anything with co-op into an MMO, aren't they? ARPG. No. Let me scroll down. It's a 1 to 4 player co-op action roguelike set in a nostalgic anime-inspired MMO universe. Connect with other divers in the city and explore dreamlike biomes, teaming up for thrilling adventures, minigames, fishing, and crafting. Okay, that sounds interesting. I'll keep an eye on that one. I'll see what's going to happen there. There was also a game, not an MMO, but an actual game. I don't remember what it's called. But was it this? No. There was a game I found a little while ago that I was kind of interested in because it was an early access game, but their entire shtick was that they were going to be recreating the feel of an MMO as an offline single-player game, complete with NPC summons and helpers and stuff. That I'm interested in. I'm really interested in that. I didn't pick it up for it yet. I could have sworn I did favorite it though. To take a look at it later. I'll have to go find that again because I was really interested. But anyway, I'm gonna dip out for the day so I can go do Brandier stuff, like be depressed and sad and work on art stuff and stream stuff. So thank you for joining me. In fact, you're still there. My name's been Brandier. Next time we're going to be streaming is going to be on Friday, usual-ish times. What are we going to be playing? I don't know, but we'll be playing something. So thank you for joining me. If in fact you're still there, I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, or afternoon. If you're not in the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. I've been wanting to do, I kind of want to do community days, like watch movies and anime and stuff, just because, but yeah, I'm still trying to work on that part, you know what I mean? Yeah, thank you for